So ships as far as the eye can see, right across the horizon. All waiting to go into Hay Point and load up with coal. They're all bulk carriers. It's all of our coal going overseas. We're paying through the nose for electricity because they're shutting down all the coal-powered fire stations, but all our coal's going overseas to make electricity cheaply. Go figure. Well, we don't wear skimpy bikinis. Hell, it frightens me when I take my shirt off. There's definitely no one pregnant here. This is motor sailing for old dudes. We do live on a boat and we do cruise extensively along the Australian coast. Join us and visit some great destinations. Learn how to look after a boat and live off grid. It might even get you enthused to do the same thing. Hey, stay out there till you can't. MRQ Mackay, MRQ Mackay, MRQ Mackay. This is Peggy Ann, 2-1, over. MRQ Mackay, MRQ Mackay. This is Peggy Ann, 2-1. Maybe they're not open yet.
No, doesn't sound like it, does it?
Nothing heard. Peggy Ann standing by, 2-1. Start of a new day and we're just passing through all of the ships off Hay Point. Looks like being another great one. We left St Bees this morning at about 3 o'clock, so we've been on the go for a few hours. It's good to see the sun come up. Plan is we were going to head to Curlew Island and probably spend a week there waiting for the northerlies to come back, which is how it's forecast to happen. But we're going to head to Knight Island, never been there before. A bit of an anchorage on the dolphins up here, Darwin. Hello!
Oh, wow.
Hello!
Oh, look at them. Wow. Wow.
As I was saying, we're going to head to Knight Island. I haven't been there before, but there's a bit of an anchorage on the east side of it. And the wind's supposed to stay in the northeast. It's been going around to the east really overnight, but it's staying in the northeast until Sunday morning, and then we're going to head over to Curlew, and that's where we're going to hide out of the southeast that's coming. Anyway, some more dolphins for you. Bit interesting, a little bit of fog rolling in, so we've lost sight of our destination, that's for sure. The radar goes on to help us navigate in the fog. see Knight Island come out of the fog now. We're about nautical mile off of it. Pretty heavy bit of sea fog around. Yeah. So this is Knight Island, never been here before. We're going to try and find some shelter on the other side of the island. I just don't know how deep it is, whether there's anything there to give us shelter, so it's all a bit unknown, but we'll get round the back of this island and try and get out of this little bit of breeze that's blowing. It's not strong by any means, but it's setting up a little bit of a swell, so we'll get round the back of Knight Island, have a look at it. If it looks all right, we'll drop the pick and stay here, and then head to Curlew in the morning. It's only 10 mile from here. If it isn't any good, we've got to go to Curlew today, I guess. Looks sheltered enough, doesn't it? This looks sheltered enough in here, but I don't think we're going to get any bottom. It looks a bit deep. We're still in 16 metres of water where we are, so I don't think we're going to get anywhere to get the pick down. It'll probably get rough on the bottom, I'd reckon. Anyway, we'll have a bit of a look. Still 11 metres of water here, so it's not really going to be that tenable, I don't think.
Okey-doke.
We've looked at that one. You can cross that one off your bucket list, crew.
Right. I've got a really long bucket list. Curlew it is, eh?
Well, Knight Island was no good. The little bit of wind we had was getting in there. The anchorages on the west side of Knight are too deep to anchor in, so you can't really anchor up there. So we've kept on going. We're just about to Curlew now, and the wind's pretty well gone. Sun's out, the fog's gone. So I'm just going to wind this sail up and we'll go into Curlew, and I think we'll just go into the lagoon behind Curlew and anchor up. There's not going to be very much wind, and it is going around to the southeast tomorrow morning, but I think we'll be pretty comfortable in there. So we'll go in and have a look. Well, I've been in there before and I know we should be pretty comfortable. If it isn't comfortable on this side of Curlew, there is a bay on the other side we can go to and hold up there, but look, I think it'll be all right. So we'll get into Curlew and make ourselves comfortable. Looks like we're going to be there for a good week. The wind's going to go around to the south and blow a little bit, and then blow a little bit more, and then pretty strong for 1 or 2 days, but then after that it's back round to this northerly weather again. So we'll jump on a bit of that and head a bit further south. Beautiful day today though, lovely. Let's get this sail in. Yes, Coast Guard Thursday Sound. This is Peggy Ann. We're on your log there. We're just arriving at Curlew Island now, so you can take us off the log. We'll be here for a week or so, I think, over.
Peggy Ann, Coast Guard Thursday Sound. I'll take you off the log.
Thanks for your assistance, Thursday Sound. We'll give you a call once we're leaving. Peggy Ann, Tangle Alpha. There's two entrances into the Curlew anchorage, one to the east and one to the west. We are going to use the western one but care needs to be taken as there are lots of rocks on the starboard side as you head in.
Island.
How does this compare with Whitehaven Beach, Mon?
Oh, it's not as white, but it's not as crowded either. This is a much better place to be.
Curlew Island, what do we like about it?
Well, it's like returning home, really, isn't it?
It's a beautiful beach, great walk, it's scenic.
It's isolated.
The water's crystal clear, you could swim here quite easily. It's pretty well protected from most weather. You don't tend to get too much swell in here. And it's a great stop-off point on your way north or south. So,
Look how
yeah.
many people are here.
Yeah, you go to Whitehaven Beach and there's 1,000 people on it. You can come to the beach at Curlew and we're the only ones on it. I like it. Why we're here is the wind's been northerly for about 3 days and we've used that, but tomorrow it goes round to the south and we're going to hide here out of it for probably a week at least before it goes round to the north again. Once it gets round to the north, we'll head a bit further south down to probably Great Keppel or down that way anyway. But this will be our home for about a week. We're well supplied, we've got plenty of water, we've got plenty of tucker, plenty of cheesecake. Life couldn't be better, could it, Mon?
Chocolate chip biscuits even.
The wind is up as forecast the next morning and Mon tries out her new sea boots for getting ashore. I'm just going to walk behind you about 20 metres, alright? That's his bum there.
Oh, well, I guess that makes it easier for him to eat.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, day one at Curlew, the wind's still blowing quite strongly, up around 25 knots I reckon at the moment, and it's very cold outside. We've both got jumpers on. What are you up to, Mon?
It's a good day to cook.
A good day to cook, and have a look at this. This windy weather provides a great opportunity for me to get in and do a bit of editing. So what do we do at the end of day two? Not much.
We went for a walk on the beach.
Yeah, I've edited all day, so I've got 2 videos out of the way, which is good. It's good to be stuck in one spot for a while. And this wind's up again. I thought this morning it was quite light, and I thought, oh, we could run a bit further south, but I'm glad we didn't because it did get up this afternoon, and it would have been atrocious. So we're going to wait. We've got to wait for a good week just to get the wind around to the north, and then we're going to head south on that. So just got to cool our heels here at Curlew. What's on for tomorrow?
More of the same. We'll walk on the beach. We're going to get some oysters, and I'll read some more of my book. I'm catching up on phone calls and just chilling, really.
Always something to do, isn't there?
There is. There is.
But-
I don't know how I had time to work, really.
But a pleasant night here last night.
Oh, beautiful night. Yeah, very settled. Yeah,
No,
very
no swell at all here getting in overnight, and it was
nice.
yeah, just a
Nice.
little bit of a rock, but not much.
Yeah.
Slept like lambs, beautiful. Anyway, that's the end of day 2. The next morning, the wind's lighter, and we head around to the south and west side of the island to check out the anchorage that's there. Nice little beach there, and it's pretty sheltered. This is the bay that they say to head to. It looks alright, but there's no beach there.
Levy Beach there.
Not a bad little bay, not too much roll getting in here, and lovely little beach over there. We'll check that out later on. Oh, mind, it's not as big a beach as the last one we're on.
No, it'd be a shorter walk. But that's all right. I don't mind.
It is a little bit steeper than the one in the anchorage at Curlew though, and it's probably all tide, so you can get here all states of the tide, I reckon. Or you can Curlew as well, but the beach shelves a bit. It's a lot steeper. There is a little bit of swell getting in, but I don't think it's as bad as around in the anchorage at Curlew. When you're around in the main anchorage, when the tide is out, the sandbank stops the swells to a fair extent, but we've got really big tides at the moment, so you spend a fair bit of time with water over the banks, and it can be a little bit uncomfortable. So I think this little bay, I don't know if it's got a name, but it's on the western side of Curlew. Looks like being alright. We might spend a few days here. We'll just see how we go over 24 hours and see what sort of effect the swell has on us. Well, this is day 4 at Curlew. It's been a lovely day again, lots of sun. We moved out of the main anchorage around to a little bay on the western side of Curlew, and it's more comfortable here. There's not any swell getting in. There hasn't been much wind all day, and there's not much swell on. We're sort of thinking that we're going to leave here at 9 o'clock tonight and head down to the Dukes. We were doing it at that time just to get the tide right. We've got really big spring tides flowing here at the moment, and there's a lot of current, so we're just trying to get it so that we're going to get the current pushing us down towards the Dukes, and then maybe changing when we're halfway there and pushing us the rest of the way. So the current's up to 2.5 knots, so we don't want to be pushing that. So we're going to wait till about 9 o'clock and leave here, and that should give us a bit of current from behind. Hopefully the wind doesn't get up any more than what it is. It's only probably 10 knots tops at the moment, and we're sort of hoping that maybe that might drop out a little bit once it gets dark as well. Anyway, cooking some dinner. Be an early night to just lie down, have a rest, and we'll try getting out of here at 9 o'clock. Won't be any wind, I don't think, for sailing, but we might have a couple of knots of current helping us on our path. All in the matter of the planning. We'll see how we go. Well, thanks for watching that video. If you enjoyed it, I'd love you to subscribe, or you could like or comment. Let's take a look at what's on next week. We're up early again, just trying to get the tides right to head further south. We spend a little bit of time at Goat Island before being chased out and nearly end up aground on Hunter Island. From there we head to Collins Island in calm weather. And try to work out what happened to the community that used to be here. See you next week, dudes.